Good morning. I just thought I'd show you a quick commission that I'm working on. It's obviously like a skull with its tongue hanging out and like a helmet, and these are going to be like swords or like little cutlasses, you know, with the old pirate handles on, if you know what I mean. Well, I'll show you later when I get on with a bit of this. I'll be doing this in between trying to finish two other large drawings. I haven't decided which ones yet, but well, I've decided one, and that's this spider drawing. Where is it? I think I'm gonna try and do a bit more of this one because I like this one, and just maybe try and colour in some of the rocks and stuff and finish the webs around there and just see what I can do with that. And the other drawing, I haven't decided yet, but I'll be doing this one a bit as well, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to do a bit of inking while I'm on this, just a little bit. Just try and get some basic lines in at the most. Got a few days to complete this one, so I'm not in a rush, but I want to get ahead with stuff and by the end of the week at least have a few art prints to try and scan in and sell and stuff. So we'll just see how it goes. That's going to be, them eyes are going to be dark black with the eyes and right in the middle, so I'm trying to create a lot of dark spaces on this. Now this commission, I've got to put a bit of a logo in there, which there's no space at the top, so what I'm going to have to do is draw the drawing, maybe shrink it down and create some space on the computer just for some little logo things. It needs to be some at the top and some at the bottom, the person's name, so I assume it's going to be like some kind of avatar or something, or like website thing commission, so I don't know. So I'll just do lots of dark ink work. I've got a feeling this pen will be running out soon. I'll chase it out of the room. No, running out of ink, so I'll have to buy some more ink. Try and do bits and bobs of it. I'll mix and match between the different ink pens as usual in most of my drawings, so don't all get the same sort of ink work or stuff like that. I think that I'll do that last because I'll have to do the cutlass things. I just realised messed up there. So I've just bought a cheap dry wipe notice board. Obviously it's white, and I'll use a black pen, which you get with it, but I'll get some more. I was thinking of doing some quick sort of concept drawing videos, and maybe actually some other types of videos. I'm not too sure. I've got like loose ideas, but then ideas that might not turn out to be anything, or I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool just to get a little dry whiteboard and just sketch some stuff, and then if it's rubbish I'll just erase it. Well, I'll have to erase it anyway, because, you know, maybe do quick sketches for the next day or something, in the vlogs, something like that. You never know, could be an idea. So yeah, I got that. It was only £4. It was from Wilco's, which is an English shop. Wilco's. It's magnetic as well, so I've got some magnets and stick some notes on the side if I wanted to, and it could help. I mean, in time I want to get a massive one that'll go on the wall, and then I can run through some drawing tutorials or something. Quick sketch ideas.
Time for some drawing!
So I'm back to this spider piece now. Adding lots of smaller little web details just on this section of the illustration. Trying to add lots of web details all over the place, really. So I'd rather it be more detailed, especially on these web bits, because this bit over here is more like the thicker webs, which will be grey in colour, I think. So I think it's best if we just try and add more lines here and there. That's a really nice effect as well. I love these pens when they go over black areas, and you know, like especially like, because I used like a thick Sharpie marker for that, you know, these black areas, and it really is good. Probably might be a bit boring to watch me just ink a few of these, but I'm just adding the details. You know, it's a detailed section of the overall illustration, and I think it's one of the best bits. There's inking, and then there's adding this white highlight pen over the top. Maybe have stuff dripping off as well here and there. It works quite well. You can go overboard, but I don't care. It's a really good effect to do. You can carry on the ink lines throughout. Really is fun. But right now I need to go back to the rest of the drawing and try and do a bit more. And back to this one, there's some slow progress happening with this one. I'm not really sort of feeling the design of it at the moment, but I could always resketch. I've got a few days to finish this commission. I've even got time to resketch it if I need to. Got the eyes. It's the helmet and of this. It's almost like a skeleton warrior type thing. And so I need to just do these parts. Try and match the lines up. I may resketch this, I don't know. So right now it's okay, but I might come up with a better idea. Maybe all this is wooded texture. Said they wanted a lot of detail in it, so that's what I'll do. Maybe like strips. Strips of wood. So we're just doing like random wood texture. can probably separate them up slightly by so you do a thicker line. Just some lines like that just to show there's like a curve or something. We shall see some more inclines. I suppose around there it will be a bit more darker anyway, so try to add like darker shadowed areas. And of course around the cheekbone areas as well. Just helps to define the drawing. So really I've just focused on this one as a illustration, but this one sort of needs doing, but still not sure about the idea. Probably redraw it, I don't know. More darker in the eye sockets. We're getting there. We're getting there, I think. So I've just got word from the customer about this little update. So I have to redraw it. So it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes when you're dealing with clients who want a specific drawing. So I'll just chuck that on the floor and have to resketch it, but I'm doing it in the morning because I can't be asked. I've got other stuff to do for the time being. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. So I really want to try and sketch some more of this and try and add some more colours and stuff, and really just add to it. Really, I've got the last remaining bit of wine, so I shall just drink a little bit. Let's get drawing. So I've decided to try and colour this one in just to get out of the way, basically. I've got some greys and blues and stuff. I'm trying to get this water colour right as I see it. So a cool grey 4. So I'm going over some of the lines. A nice grey tone and then go over with some blue, create a nice blue grey for the water. The splashes are going to be like a lightish sort of blue, and we'll just see how that goes. I'm trying to get this done because this is due in, this one. The other commission will have to wait until tomorrow because I'm I'm sort of having not a crisis of confidence, it's more like self-doubt, which is sort of the same. About this Fiverr site, I'm sort of having second thoughts about that site. I don't know, sometimes I have real good customers, and then other times I have really demanding customers, and you know, I try and draw a drawing and then it's not how they like it, and then they're always wanting to change it and stuff, and which is fine, you know, but for the amount of money that I get on Fiverr, I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. So I'm sort of having a disagreement with my own head sort of thing, a little argument with myself whether to continue with it or try something else. I think it's just one of them artistic struggles, I think, you know, whether it'll pan out. I mean, you get some really good customers who, you know, really sort of dig your work, and then there's others who sort of demand the world sort of thing, and it can become a bit frustrating. So I'm unsure whether to continue with that site. That's just like a thought I've had there and there. I think it's one of them things that can sort of like stop me being productive, and it's a bit of a bad thing, considering that like I get paid in American dollars, which ends up being less for me. So, you know, I always want to charge like, you know, a higher price for the work that I do, and then there's like a little struggle in there, you know, with that sort of thought, thinking, is my work good enough? And I don't know, it's a little internal struggle which sort of does my head in a bit. So I'm unsure whether to continue with that Fiverr, or maybe just at the very least maybe say clearly what I will draw and what I won't draw, and maybe reduce the gigs on offer. Maybe that might be the best way to go. I don't know guys, it's really sort of pissing me off. Yeah, it's one of them things happen like this, and you've got to try and deal with them the best you can, and I suppose I'm not dealing with it as good as I like, really. I mean, this customer that I'm doing this for, I mean, they're great, you know. I've done work from before and they seem to be happy with what I draw, and then there's other people who, you know, want the world sort of thing, which is, I just find it frustrating, really, to be honest. But then that's, I suppose that's part of what I've let myself in for, really. So there's only for, you know, myself to blame. But if I had like the demand there for my artwork, then yeah, I could sort of get away with what I want to create and things like that. But I don't know, I just find myself working and just getting frustrated with things, so I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm definitely thinking about other opportunities to earn money, and even thinking about doing a few these convention sort of appearances in time. I just got to plan a lot of things out, get a lot of artwork done, and just Just try and not wait for peanuts really. That's the only thing. That's the main thing. I think people expect us to work for peanuts, and nah, I don't really find that too. I don't know. I can't really explain properly. I can't really articulate what I'm trying to say here, but I just find it annoying. I'm trying to win and stuff, but I think it's down to like promoting and stuff like that. I've got to try and promote myself a bit more. Anyway, just had a full bottle of wine, so maybe that's why it's making me my mind's more clouded. The internal struggles of an artist. Decisions, I just don't know what to do. But right now I'm just trying to colour this one and just see how it goes. Although I know it's going well because I've been in contact with the customer about this one. I just have to finish it by tomorrow. I think by tomorrow dinner time. That's the deadline. So I've just got to try and finish this. So my plan didn't really go very well today. It's one of them. It's just one of them sort of days, to be honest. You know, there's no like sugarcoating it. It's, you know, some things happen and then it sort of throws you. I did this with the other video, which has been uploaded now, which was for the Crayola crayon challenge, where I just drew something like a vampire sort of ghoul skull thing, you know, just to challenge myself. But I'd like to do more videos like this instead of worrying about where the next commission is going to come from and whether I can deliver that commission. So I'm going to leave this vlog today and just start anew tomorrow, and just start another day and just keep up with these vlogs, because I think it's important to try and be creative and try and come up with new ideas and just keep busy really. You know, you're always going to get customers that might annoy you and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll leave it there. That's all I can do. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now. I think what has to happen is I have to try and reorganise what I'm doing and be sort of master of my own destiny in a way, really. Just try and do the drawings that I like to draw and take on any commissions which I can do, and any commissions that seem a bit like they're going to mess me around, I just say no straight away, and, you know, just do things like that, because time is sort of short when I'm trying to work on stuff. I mean, you see with these vlogs, it's like I mean, lately it's been like 25 to 30 minutes, maybe a bit over, and it's sort of a short time considering the amount of time that I'm sketching and stuff in a day. And I just find myself lost in trying to please, you know, setting customers and stuff like that. So I think it's best if I try and focus heavily on, you know, just making this full time, like I've said in my vlogs before, where I need to, because like I'm doing this full time now, I need to, no messing around, I me to try and earn some money and just try and build this business up. I mean, I've seen other artists on Instagram and things like that, and you know, they seem to get likes everywhere and things like that, and I sort of wonder whether that actually does them any, you know, sort of like good service, you know, as regards to sales and things like that, or do they just get likes and that's it? I don't know. I seem to think like there's some sort of interaction there where I need to work on and try and, you know, build from that and just have a go really, and just try and make this into something worthwhile instead of something that's not. So sorry for the bit of a ramble, because I'm talking, I don't know, I've had a bottle of wine, so it's just bit of chilled out time, bit stressful time, but I thought it's best just to just tell you these things, how they are really. You know, the mind of an artist is a bit jumbled, and you don't know what you're doing from next, you know, one day to the next, and that I can't really explain, but sometimes I feel lost in what I'm doing. Other days I feel really focused on what I'm going to do, and then new ideas come up, and then I don't know what I'm doing. So it definitely is a journey that I hope you'll follow me along, because I'm going to try and make sense of all this and just see how it goes. That's another little phrase of mine, see how it goes. Along with the cheers now. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop talking shite. Tomorrow will be a new day, and I'll get on with some decent stuff hopefully, because all these sketches, they just need finishing. I need sorting out. Is that mutant one that I need doing, you know, but we'll cover these in the Sunday update. There's that one I wasn't too sure about, and there's that demon one over there, various other ones. I just really want to start finishing stuff and just creating lots of projects and to see what I can create. Anyway, I'll stop talking because I'm not making sense.